Definitely should have. Yo, we need to talk about these bad content creators, bro. Some of that, yo,
what a segue.
The thing that I'm really getting annoyed with when it comes to YouTube is that, and it's not even, I think it may be a YouTube problem. YouTube promotes bad content. It's ridiculous, and it's part of like just the algorithm and people trying to like best the system just so they can just upload really, really bad, shitty content
and spam it.
And just spam it as much as possible. But like the content that some people be uploading is just, it's really bad. And then sometimes I really want to know, like, does the audience
know that it's bad?
Yeah, no.
But it's kids though, so it's like for them that's not. They don't really care. Like if I'm 23 and I think something's good, someone who's 10 is gonna think very different thing is good. And so they might not be able to tell that it was fake or that nothing he says is authentic or she. We made it a ritual at our house at this point. We just sit down like once a week, gather friends, and just watch horrible videos.
I think that's very true. But I think there's a difference between like knowing the content is bad or like purposely making bad content, and then there's another step of just like, you didn't even like really prepare for the content, or you didn't really put that much effort into the content, and you know for a fact you can do better, but you just decide not to because you're just trying to figure out the least amount of effort as possible.
But that's what most people I'd say.
But like annoying TV, terrible content. He just makes horrible content. But sometimes the content is so bad that it's actually hilarious. So that's how bad it is. So
okay, I fuck with annoying, but there was that one video we were watching where he was crying about Nadex being terminated. And we were laughing fucking hysterically because he was just like smashing the camera in his face to let people know he was really crying and like forcing tears. And it was just... It was like, what the fuck did I just watch?
So then it's like well, no, something like that. But then it's also like videos where some people upload where, again, like you just didn't even plan it. So you just had an idea. You didn't really think about it. There just wasn't no direction.
But that's probably part of their like intrigue, though. Like, not to say Illuminati makes bad content. I think he makes fantastic. It's low effort, but it's fantastic content. But he doesn't plan at all. And there was a moment where like he thought it was a valid idea to edit his videos, and it just did not come across well. And I was like, nah, go back to like not editing.
But no, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like going back to annoying TV and the really bad content he makes. So when you like annoying TV, he'll make content, right? And like
you watch him like regularly?
Yeah, like one of my favorite videos on YouTube right now is annoying TV trying to be Loteca.
Oh,
that is the greatest. That's the greatest. One of the greatest.
Yeah, I swear to God, I wish you could pull it up right now.
That's one of the greatest videos of all time. And the reason why it's so funny is because in the video itself, you can clearly tell it wasn't planned
at all.
So like, he doesn't have a mic wired on himself. So the camera is like 30 feet away, trying to like find him.
But I'll say this because there was a lot that was wrong with that video, but I've had videos where everything went wrong, and I just didn't post them. So But
that's what I'm saying. It's okay if you go out there and you fail and you like, okay, this isn't going to be good enough content. Let me regroup and figure out how to make it better, and then upload the better format of it. Yeah. But why would you upload the trash part of it? Why would you upload
That's the fucked up part about YouTube. No, it's not fucked up. I guess it's just the way things are. And I realized early on, like, I can't complain about the way things are. If I'm not adjusting, then you're eventually going to end up dying. But I was watching, like, just think about...
Say who that terrible content is.
No, I had a train of thought and I lost it, so I'm trying to transition.
Okay.
But there's plenty of horrible content out there.
One. Yeah, you pussy. You ain't gonna do it. He ain't gonna do it.
No. You just mentioned annoying, and I'm trying to think of somebody that's made a video equally as horrible.
We was watching it not too long ago.
Who?
They're the one.
Oh.
So say it, cause you're not gonna say it. You're not gonna say it.
But it's like, all right.
You're not gonna say it.
I'll say this though. As a content creator, I think you have blinders on when it comes to self-assessing your own content. There's videos of mine that in the moment I was like, yo, this was it. But looking back, it was mad corny or cringy.
No, yeah.
So I think that's just what they're going through. But I think part of that process should be, you should have people around you to let you know that Yo, that's a horrible video. Like when Phantom uploaded that one video where he was playing 3v3 on the my court on 2K, and there was like the other team, there was no party audio. It was just Phantom's audio.
Yeah.
You couldn't hear anyone else, and it was no energy, no editing, no music. We memed him for the better part of 5 months that he dropped that video. Because I know he was in a tough spot in his life at the time, but I don't give a fuck what you're going through. If you're around me, I'm going to let you know when you dropped a horrible video. And if you don't have people like that around you, then you're going to run into situations where you upload some shit that's flat out horrible and nobody told you about that.
But in the annoying video, I think he actually wrapped it up by saying all the things that were wrong with the video.
But I don't think you realize how wrong it was.
So, but if you recognize like these things are going to be a problem while you're doing it, and then one thing I always give credit to YouTubers is that when it comes to us creating content, we have to be everything. Like we have to be the people who write the script, the director, the on-air personality. We have to do all of that. So and the cameraman a lot of time as well. So when we're learning things how to make the content better, a lot of times on the fly. When you're on a movie set and you're reading a script or you're reading a line, the director can stop you and say, on camera, this doesn't look good because of X, Y, Z. So a lot of the stuff that we're doing is really just trial and error, quite frankly.
Nah, but I'm saying still, you should have someone along that process. Willito tell me if I did something horribly.
But you have someone else to look at it, though.
Yeah, I do.
And so there's a lot of people who don't. And so what I'm saying is, I give people slack for that, and you kind of get to that point. But when you're at a point where you've been uploading content for a while,
and you still do that,
you still don't do it, and you just stop, you don't plan because you're just trying to rush out a video because you're trying to just keep spamming.
Yo,
things.
but that's the reality though, because a lot of people do that. But if
name one, just name one. Name one because I don't know what you're
when I
about.
think of making videos, there's plenty. Trust me. When I think of making videos, the sad reality is I can't even, if let's say I want to make a pro-am video on NBA 2K20, I can't do that before I first think of a potential title and a potential thumbnail.
Exactly.
Because, for example, I did a video where I did like an NBA 2K talent show on Discord, and I was so proud of my fucking performance in that video. When I mean I just killed it, I was on my game. Like, I feel like of all the videos since 2K20 release, that was the one I was most proud of, and it was my worst performing one since the game launched. But it's because I thought of the video idea and I knew it was going to be a good idea, and the people who watched it enjoyed it, but a lot of people didn't click on it because it just didn't have a good thumbnail and title. So there's a lot of people, like that annoying video where he pretended to be Lil Tecca, where he did have a good title and a thumbnail that was going to hit. But then once you click the video, the content was unorganized and like the audio was bad, and like you couldn't even see the reactions. It felt like a video you would expect somebody who just started YouTube to make, and you shouldn't. At least someone who's been a veteran, he's been doing it for a while. I will say this though, he does have a YouTube channel that's popping, but he is mainly on Twitch. So I think most people that blow up off Twitch don't know how to turn on their YouTube self sometimes and like think about how it's gonna look when you edit it. You know what I mean?
Even on my first, it wasn't my first video, but even on my Curry video that blew up. My first video that really blew up, to even get to that point, the amount of times that I re-recorded that and the amount of times that I edited and stuff like that just to get it to where I needed to get to. And then there's certain times where I just spend a day dedicating to try to understand different ways to edit and stuff like that.
Yes.
So like there's time out of the day, but what ends up happening is, and again, in the big picture, it's not really a content creator problem, I don't believe. I think it's more so, I think YouTube and the algorithm plays way more of a bigger role in it because everyone is just trying to feed the algorithm constantly rather than trying to perfect the craft of actually becoming a content creator on YouTube. I think that's a bigger problem. But I just like it's almost bothersome when I just sit there and I'm like I have to compete with people who just upload spam
good titles,
bad content, especially like now I'm starting to see in the NBA community where like people are not even like really researching that much.
It's getting bad, and
they're just like uploading things, and half of the things are either lies or things that just can't actually happen.
So it's to the point where, and I don't know if you guys really understand what he's saying. There's people that will like Photoshop a thumbnail to make it look like Stephen Curry went to a different team, and they'll be like, Stephen Curry is now on this team, and that'll be the actual title. Yeah. And people will click on it expecting like a trade. Like, how am I hearing about it first on this? I think his name is like channel?
Rebound Central. You make terrible content, like just flat.
Is that what his name is? Yeah, but it's not just one of them. There's plenty of not plenty, but there's a handful of them. But there's
more people starting to come into it, and then it's also like other content creators who like have opinions, and it's fine to have an opinion. It's cool to like share your thoughts or whatever. But it's just like, just take the time out to actually educate yourself on what's going on, so you can at least, when you saying things, inform yourself. And I'm not even really talking about some content creators who just may be misinformed and are just saying things that they think is correct and it's not actually correct. I'm talking about people who genuinely uploaded content and it's very clear from beginning to end.
They were trying to lie about it.
You're just BSing. You're just lying. You're just trying to come up with something, and you're rambling to make the video 10 minutes longer. Like stuff like that. Like I'm doing a video right now where I'm doing like a lot of research for the video, and in that video I'm watching other content creators, and there's just like some of the worst content imaginable to the point where there's literally people who have like a 6-7 minute video and they'll like leave a blank screen for the rest of the video just so you can get the 10 minutes.
That's wild. That's
stuff like that is just like irritating. So name, you got one on the top of your head that you thinking about?
Nah, I don't, man.
You don't have none?
You know, we'll get to that at a different moment in life. But,
see, you. But
we do. It's not about being pussy. It's about
but you say you're going to.
No, I definitely.
If I bring it up, then you'll talk about it.
I'll say this.
I'll bring him up. Don't worry about it.
I'll say this.
Okay, exactly.
I'll say this. We like to invite people to the house every once in a while, and we'll just sit down and turn on YouTube. And there's content so bad that it's quite possibly the most entertaining thing imaginable. Because it's so bad that I would have preferred to watch that than a really good video. So like when Mr. Beast blows up,
name one though. Name one.
There's plenty of those. When Mr. Beast blows up, there's a lot of people that start to poke apart his content and take his best ideas and run it on their channels to see if it performs. Even I did some of that. I did Last to Stop playing 2K. Last to Stop. I don't think Mr. Beast is the one who started it, but he's definitely the one who popularized it.
Yeah.
And those videos blew the fuck up. And for a while, it was the best performing video on my channel. So when a player like Mr. Beast blows up, it actually inspires more good content creators because they're like, oh, I would love to be doing what he's doing. But then when you see, like, you know how I had that feud with Crashy Lion?
Oh, yeah.
We just kind of poked fun at each other. But basically, if you guys don't know who he is, he just makes fake glitch videos. Well, he'll pretend like he knows how to get you V-Bucks on Fortnite or VC on 2K. And he'll just lie about it. He'll be like, all right, now click X. And he'll he'll cut the part out and then put another part. And now this screen will pop up. And you got your VC. And people will click on that. And his channel blew up. So it's like when Crashy Lions blow up, more of him spawn. So it's like when you see bad content blow up, just know that it inspired dozens of more people to do the same thing, or at least try and do the same thing.
In facts. And what's even scarier is that, again, it's just all part of the algorithm and people are trying to game it and stuff like that. And so now you're just having more and more people believing that that's what's
going to blow up.
That's not only what's going to blow up, but that's what a YouTube content creator is. Because I had plenty of people, because behind the scenes I've talked to, like major companies within like the basketball community, and their the reason why they're very, very cautious about dealing with YouTube content creators is because there's so many people who can just oversaturate the market, and they don't actually have good content out there, and so then that becomes a new face of what an NBA content creator is.
I'll say this though, there are people just making fake videos in your community.
Yeah.
But the top guys like Jimmy High Roller, I'd say he makes really good content.
Yeah.
And so I guess
I'm happy for the people who are really high, because even if I disagree with Jimmy High Roller or Kazimba or Kenny, King of the Fourth Quarter, I mean the content is still kind of quality to where I don't mind it being on the platform, and I don't mind that being a representation of us. But Jimmy High Roller, and like similar to me, we don't upload every day or even every other day.
Yeah, you can't.
So exactly, literally you can't do that unless you even if you're doing like news videos, you would have to do some type of research to where, unless you have a team behind you, you would have to upload every
I think you
other
should,
day.
though. I've been trying to convince Lo to just gather people, like get some kind of researcher, but it has to be a guy who knows basketball better than you.
Exactly.
Because the last thing you want is him to give you some information and you
I'm
don't double check it. And you,
or it's even worse if I'm looking at it, I'm like, no, this is wrong.
Yeah, because then he's fired.
Exactly.
So I know, but like think about how game theorist Matt Pat, he does that, where you have to know his genre. If you even get the slightest detail wrong, that's what every comment's gonna be about.
Yeah.
And he has a team of researchers, but he makes sure he double checks everything. I know The Score is like a company. They're really big in Canada, by the way. It's like Sports Center of Canada, The Score. But they came up with their esports division, and it's probably one of the biggest esport related media companies on YouTube, and they make fantastic content. You generally check them out, but they come out with frequent uploads, very high quality, but it's because they have a whole squad of people researching, they have a host, they have editors, but it's like once you get into the flow of just outsourcing all that stuff, you could really start to pump out good, accurate content way faster.
Yeah, which I've already started doing that with the editor, because I have an editor now, but yeah, just flat out, just even the whole research process alone can take a while to even get to.
It's good for you to still research.
But I'm just saying, before you even could record or even like make sure you put the video in a certain direction and all that stuff. Yeah, before you even do that, your researching is still going to take some time. Depends, but it can take some time. But it's just funny to me. Bad content creators is hilarious.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Are you gonna name one?
Oh, there's plenty of them.
Just off the top of your head.
There's thousands of them.
You don't want to.
There's so many.
Yeah, I'll give you another one. Real quick. So what were we watching? You want to?
There was I don't know which one you're gonna bring up.
You don't want to. No, if you don't want to say it, you don't want to feel uncomfortable because
because the topic, the one I'm thinking about, the topic he was making the video about was really personal, but it was horrible. The video was objectively the video was horrible.
Who is this?
After we watched the.
I'm talking about the 1v1.
Oh, okay, that's completely different. Oh no, that's fine. I thought you were talking about. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, no. So who is that? Who was on the 1v1?
We watched multiple, so you're gonna have to let me know.
He's not gonna say it because you don't want that smoke.
The thing is, it's not really about smoke. I oddly, Lo, have no drama with anybody. For a person who think about the position I put myself in, and not only.
So let's start it up right now. Say it.
Not only am I never in drama, but I'm associated with all the drama.
Oh, I know a video you were talking about before. No, I wasn't saying.
Yeah, I was thinking about that one, but I didn't want to say that one. But yeah,
no, not that. No.
The few people I've had a problem with over my time on YouTube, they don't exist anymore on YouTube.
Even though I'm not like in the whole 2K community or in that whole like light, it's just funny just watching like some of those people.
Yeah.
Especially just like bad content. It's just hilarious.
Yeah.
It's a pastime.
Oh, for sure. For sure. I'm telling you guys right now, just find some horrible content creators and subscribe, put on post notifications, because
I'm post noties on Annoying TV.
For real?
I'm post noties.
Are you really?
Oh yeah, when he drop a video.
I can't tell you're serious.
Oh, I'm serious.
Oh man.
When he drop a video, I'm watching it. I'm watching it so I understand what not to do. On my next upload, he inspires me like, man, I really don't need to do that. When he gives me the blueprint of what not to do in my videos.
Yo, you violate today.
I'm just saying.
No, but that's valid.
Imagine if I wanted to do like a DJ Khaled, I just like DJ Khaled video, and I'm doing all the stuff that he's
doing.
doing.
Do you remember the?
So now I know how to prepare myself because this is what Annoying TV didn't do.
Dude, so that's what you gotta be doing.
Come on. Shout out to Annoying TV, yo.
He's gonna watch this video most likely, and he might be pissed, but I think someone should tell you when your content is not good. And that Lil Tecca video was flat out horrible. And to a degree that I haven't really seen on YouTube in a while. There was just so much wrong with it that I couldn't possibly put it all in one video.
It was so bad that as a content creator, I would be embarrassed if I...
Like, flat out... Okay, oh my God, do you remember the video where I don't know if you've seen it, but Waleed's seen it and a few other people seen it, where Nadex sent a video to his editor, and then his editor edited it, but Nadex didn't look at the video, which, by the way, you should always do. Always watch your editor's shit, because
always watch your own shit when you get done editing.
Yes, and before he uploaded it, and then an hour later, he was looking at the comments and he was pissed because everyone was like, "Yo, this is the worst video I've ever seen," and it was like a workout video. But like the music was mad loud while he was talking. It was, think about the worst type of workout video. And it had corny memes, like to the point where it had so many errors, you would have thought like it was the person's first time editing.
I like the overtime video.
Which video?
The 1v1 overtime video?
They only uploaded 2 videos.
Oh. Who was that? Who was the ultimate played Mopey?
Hank.
Yeah, Hank and Moby. Yeah, okay, it wasn't overtime. I think it was Hank or Moby's video. Yeah, that video.
Yeah, that was
an egregious one.
Yeah, you like I'll say like, okay, it's like the fact that we had to say this on a pod. If you are recording in a basketball court, don't use the default mic on your camera. God damn, put like a shotgun mic on it or something.
Or let the cameraman come closer to the action.
Yeah, I don't.
So he can get the audio of y'all
I'll
talking.
say this though. I'll say this. I'm not because I think Moby flew in to play Hank 1v1.
He flew in for that?
Yeah, because I think. No. I think overtime went to LA, if I'm not mistaken.
Because I think all of them were there, like Cash.
But I'm saying that's not a thing you can repeat because one of them lives in LA and one of them lives in Miami. Okay, so what I'm saying is they can't reshoot that video. And so there's plenty of times where I gave somebody a camera thinking, all you had to do is hold it, and they managed to fuck it up. So you wouldn't believe how hard it is to find somebody competent enough to, because when you're recording YouTube videos, it's fairly simple, right? You want to make sure it's in focus. If you have a camera, you don't have to worry about that.
But there was more than just that.
But it's like, don't be recording. Don't do one of these. You can't be doing some of these right here because it's not a good look for you. So I'll give you a breakdown because I never want to have. Well, I actually would love to watch more of those types of videos. But for the sake of other people's content, I'm just break down how to work a camera. You see the ring right here? You zoom in on. Make sure every once in a while you catch a zoom because the person that's giving the content, let's say you're speaking, it is your responsibility to be engaging, but the cameraman can also do things to be engaging. So you don't want it to be too steady. You don't want it to be on a tripod. That's boring. Give your content some fucking life. Do a couple zooms. Zoom, 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 and give it some angles. And I promise
he was standing in the same spot. He basically they would have better content if it was on a tripod.
They should have put it on a tripod
because he just stood in the same spot.
Yes. So it's like if you don't know how to capture content, and the thing is, it's not hard. And honestly, I pride myself in being able to do it really well. And I think I mentioned this to you a couple times too. And I went to that Logan Paul KSI fight. I had pulled out my camera. I was recording for Instagram. And I'm pretty wavy when it comes to the zooms. I'm going to keep it a beam with you. In fact, let me just post this on the gram. Hey, what's good, Instagram? We're here on the... Am I not? I can't do this?
You better. I thought you were joking for a second. Yeah, cut that out.
I'm going to post that, though. I just saved it for now. But I'm so good at capturing content to the point where not only did KSI take my clip and put it in his music video, but the clip that was used across Twitter and even Keemstar posted it was my footage on my Instagram story. Because I was just, boom, captured Harry celebrating. Boom, captured this. Boom, captured me. Yeah. Boom, captured the moment. But it's like, how long have you been fucking creating content? You don't know how to do that? You don't know how to capture the content? That's why I love Waleed so much. Because you just have to have an eye for it. And it's not really complicated, but once you've been around it enough times, you should know what to look for.
What I'm saying. I'm not going to sit here and say that about someone who just started.
Yes, that's fine.
We're talking about people who've been doing this for years. We're not talking about someone who if it was someone who just started, I might even, like you said, hit you up in the DMs and say, hey, yo, next time when you do XYZ, do yada, yada, yada.
Yes.
To kind of help you out.
Yes.
We're talking about people who've been doing this for years now. So if you got the content back, and I understand what you're saying, they weren't in the same state, but like you should already get an understanding, especially because Flight does 1v1s all the time, so you should already have an understanding of what a well-executed 1v1 looks like, especially if it's going to be somewhat of a meme anyway. So why would you not, like, it's okay, like, shit to the point where if it's gonna turn out the way that it turned out when the dude was all the way at half court and they're posting up and I can barely see what's going on, and then like all like
shaky, the audio was shaky,
bad. The audio was bad.
And there was like a clip where it just went black and they were like, oh yeah, the camera stopped. And they do you remember that part where they were like the camera just stopped?
Imagine us, the battery just died, and I just like. Yeah, the camera stopped.
But then we kept talking for like 10 minutes before we booked it.
Yeah, like what? Like, come on now.
Anyway, I'll just say, like, if you are going to create horrible content, just know we're going to be enjoying it. But please don't create that content because your audience probably doesn't enjoy it as much as we do.
That's what I want. I want to know what the audience retention is for some of these content.
I would die to know some of that information.
Because my audience retention apparently is like either average to above high.
Yeah, this is very good.
Yeah. So the fact that it's like. And people are like, everybody trying to figure out like, oh, you just hating. Trust me when I say the views don't really determine how much money you get paid. So I'm not really concerned about who making money or whatnot. Trust me, I'm not.
You know what's crazy? I forgot what I was gonna say, but it was crazy when I had it in my mind, bro. No cap.
Okay, all right, yeah, crazy.
Wild, crazy.
Ooh, crazy.
Shit was wild.
Crazy. Look, but to the people out there, I don't want to discourage nobody from making content because, you know, it's all love if you make good content.
Word.
But if you making bad content, you already see I'm going to say something. He might not say something.
I just said bear shit.
No, you didn't say another name. Say one name.
J Fox. Now I'll say this. Okay, J Fox had that one video.
Oh, stop!
You guys don't know who J Fox is.
It's not a video you didn't want to talk about?
Yeah, but I'm not gonna talk about that right now.
Oh, okay.
J Fox made a video. He was the first 99 overall, which is the highest rank in NBA 2K for those who don't follow me. In NBA 2K19, and so like he got like a little spike in viewership. But then the other week we just ran across a video that was so fucking bad from J Fox. Because he made that one battle rap video.
Which is amazing.
Which was so incredible. I swear it's one of the most iconic videos in 2K history. And I'm going to remind people of that soon in a video. Because it was just really, really good.
Yeah.
But there was a few videos I've seen from J Fox where I was just like, bro, is he even trying? But I get that sometimes that could be the appeal for people, them not trying. But it has to be working. If you're not trying and that's supposed to be your appeal, but it's not working, then you should probably start trying.
That means that you as an individual have to be entertaining enough for people not to care about the actual editing behind the content itself.
Word.
Because Soul Illuminati, he doesn't really try to edit his videos at all. But he's entertaining enough as an individual to where people will just sit back and watch. I
think Flight does that too. Flight does that as well. He doesn't edit his videos at all.
He doesn't edit, but he makes things entertaining just because how ignorant he is. Is he ignorant or is he just like that?
He might just be slow.
He's slow? I'll take that back because if he's like mentally unstable, then
he's stable. He's stable. I spoke to him a few times.
What does that mean?
I mean, I spoke to him off camera, so I know what he's like off camera.
He might have just been chilling.
And he's mentally stable.
Oh, well, I mean, mentally. I mean, like, is he like competent enough to make his own decisions?
I don't know. Sometimes I be watching him read, and I'm not sure anymore.
Oh yeah, Flight might be. Yeah, I don't think Flight can read.
He might not be able to. Where did he grow up? What's that school system?
In Florida, I think. Okay. So yeah, I don't think Flight. That's why I be kind of holding back on. Like, I don't want to like say something about Flight. He might not be.
What if he's like dyslexic or something?
Yeah, he might be dyslexic.
Huh? Say it.
Dyslexic.
That word. Repeat that word.
That word.
I just say the full thing.
Yeah, I don't think he knows how to read. Yeah, I don't. So I don't want to say nothing about Flight because I don't know what his.
I'll say this before we get off this bad content topic.
He's hilarious though.
If it's part of your appeal to make bad content, go for it. If it's not part of your appeal and it's definitely not working, then please stop doing that.
It's not working in the NBA community. I'm just letting y'all know that right now. It's not.
Oh, that I don't even think it works in that department.
No, it can't.
Yeah.
Because none of y'all are entertaining enough for it to work.
Word. But to take it as criticism because there's a lot of people that take shit like this to heart, but it's like, how has nobody told you that yet? If this is your first time finding out, you need to reevaluate your circle very quickly.
If you have made a video trying to explain how Karl Anthony Towns is going to be on the Warriors, you make bad content. Like that's just what it is.
Yeah.
If you made a video explaining how Karl Anthony Towns is going to be on the Warriors, you make bad content.
And don't do that, guys, because when you blow up, If you're good enough, you will.
People are going to go back
and they're going to do what you did. Don't inspire bad content. It's not just about you anymore. It's about everybody on YouTube. Don't do that to us. Because when I started making videos was after I saw C-Nanners and Hush do them commentaries. And at the time, just talking over some gameplay and being really good at the game, that was good content at the time. That was valid for the era. And so it inspired me to do the same thing. And so it's like, you're inspiring people with your actions, and people follow you. There's a reason they use that corny term, influencers. Don't influence people to do some dumb shit, make some horrible decisions. You know what I mean?
Facts.
You got these people watching you, and they look up to you for some reason. I don't know why they look up to some of y'all, because especially when you talk to people like behind the camera, and you're like, "Oh man, you're horrible." Like, I don't know how I'd have like,
I haven't talked to a lot of people. I just talked to Phantom, Duke, and Davis, and that's it.
Yeah,
so I don't know nobody else behind the camera.
Like that. Yeah, guys, be a good influence. We'll leave it on that.
I ain't trying to talk to them people behind the camera.
Peer-to-peer podcast, ladies and gentlemen. This is a YouTube exclusive, so it's not gonna be on Spotify, iTunes.
Man, you really gonna have me edit this too?
Yeah,
Jesus.
Yeah, you're gonna have to edit it. We're getting the hang of this podcast stuff. You see how we got this fancy ass mixer with sound effects? Nah, I'm not gonna hit no sound effects. Yeah, we're posting these 1 or 2 times a week, so make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Two times a week.
Make sure to subscribe.
In the beginning of the week, end of the week, 2 times a week. Facts.